this could well be at the behest of Chris Froome, who knows he's got a lot of talent around him. Bardet doesn't want to do it all. Not on my own, he says, and pulls over on this flat earth section within the climb.
Yes, well, I think all three here, general classification, you know, they haven't anything really to get out of this, because the other two men also, Carpenas and Enrique Mas, all very much out of the general classification. So they're thinking of the stage victory here, and we can see they're looking at each other, they're playing around a lot here, and that's where they're going to get swallowed up. Because if Chris Froome, he calls for action here and he wants to push on, we can see Nieve starting to set the pace now, and they have only what, 20-25 meters on advantage.
Yep, that's all. There is Zakarin embedded in. He's been very, very quiet today for Katusha. Aru right next to him. Also Kruiswijk, incidentally, in the yellow and black, principal for Team Lotto Jumbo. Some great names here as well. Wilco Kelderman is actually doing most of the pacing up the incline on behalf of his team. There's the young riders classification leader. Adam Yates is also here as well. And Carapaz is going for this. This would be, if he manages to land it, a great win for Movistar. But being an Ecuadorian, still Spain would be without a win. But he's digging in now, 2.4 from home. And it's a great piece of timing if he's going to go for this, Sean.
Yes, well, he can see that there's a little bit of rivalry back in the main peloton. All the big favourites are just watching each other, and Sky are starting to up the pace here. 2.3 to go. We can see 7 seconds on advantage. I think it's a bit more than that for our leader here, Carpenas, but he's looking impressive at the moment, and yeah, it's the thing to do. Just go for it, put your head down and see how far you can get. Can he get the stage victory out of it today?
Well, it's still a tenuous 8-second lead, because look at the motivation behind, and there's been a call for a change of pace. And Bardet's going to have another dig here. He can't help himself, one after the other. TJ Van Garderen on recovery mode, just coming back through here. There's Contador bouncing. TJ just coming up alongside Wilco Kelderman at the moment. Bardet's been extraordinarily active here today. Might still nick it, but this is, I think, potentially a forlorn roll of the dice. There's bonus seconds up for grabs here. 10, 6 and 4 at the line, we remind you. And Carapaz, I'm afraid, he's going to get a pat on the backside at the moment as Bardet goes by him. Just looking a little bit further back, Michael Lopez is looking good. Fabio Aru is also embedded within this group. Michael Woods' team have done so much work today. It's also locked in here, and you can also see Kruiswijk likewise. But all eyes on Chris Froome, and indeed what he orders here. Right now, Bardet, the order of the day is that he just keeps digging. It's a brave move. He's surely going to be on for a combativity award today at the very least. When a Sky going to go on the attack with 1,800 meters to go, the victory, the stage victory that Chris Froome will be hunting as leader of this race, hasn't had one yet, is there. Tantalizing, Sean. 1.8 meters, 1.8 Ks to go.
Yes, it is 1.8 to go, and it's a long ways on a finish like this, and we can see there Mikel Nieve just setting the pace all the time. When Carpenas pushed on, he just continued on setting the pace in front of Chris Froome, and we can see that he's just slowly reeling in Bardet once again. We can see Contador is just waiting there in the wheel of Chris Froome. This is going to be the big battle for the stage victory between the big favourites in this race.
TJ as well, you know, he's refound himself. He's had a couple of nasty tumbles. Woods would be a good explosive push on a day like this in the lime green of Cannondale. We hope we're able to say those words next season as well. They've got some financial issues, and an alarm bell has been rung for them. Likewise, I'm afraid it's ringing over Bardet at the moment, and he's going to get wound in here. The way he's been going, he might just kick again, but Sky, they've just not panicked. They've kept the tempo. Here comes Nibali round the outside, going the long way round, past TJ Van Garderen. Looks fresh, gets on the wheel of Aru here, just sitting as he does, alongside Chavez, who's also in the frame. This is absolutely fantastic. There is Bardet, and I'm afraid it was a brave push by him, but it's come to naught. And that's Carapaz as well. So Sky setting the tempo. Surely Chris Froome is going to go on the attack, but the Flamme Rouge is beckoning, and Contador's right there. You've got to fancy Contador to have a dig if he possibly can. I think he's maybe the man who's going to lead the charge, but don't be surprised if Chris Froome suddenly decides. He's having a big long look behind him right now. Flamme Rouge is right there. He knows he's going to get attacked, but is he going to be first to lay the blow here?
Yes, well, it will be interesting who is going to be the one from the big favourites here. They can all see now, they all know that this stage victory is going to be fought out here between the big favourites, but who's got the most in the tank here? We can see Chris Froome is still sitting there on his teammate, who's been setting this pace for a long time. Looks around again to see what the situation is behind here, and we can see a number of riders looking at each other. We can see the Astana rider, Miguel Angel Lopez, the Colombian rider, also there just at the far side in 4th position.
De La Cruz as well is having a much better day. Can it be a great day for Chris Froome? Money's surely got to be on him at the moment. He's got a teammate in front of him, and he's in the perfect position to impose himself. Here comes TJ, by the way, coming up around the outside. They've gone 4 wide there, and Michael Woods gets himself into a fantastic position. He's got a bit of vision right now, and Michael Woods, I think everybody within this group wouldn't deny him if he went on to take it in the lime green. Let's have a look. They pull over to the right-hand side of the road in order to take this turn. It's getting sinuous right at the very last. This is unexplored territory for these guys on this day. They stopped further down the order. Contador's looking at everybody. Oh, and here we go. Time to dig in. They need yet more success, do they? And De La Cruz decides that maybe he'll be allowed off it. Chris Froome calls out everybody except for himself to do the duties for Team Sky, and it's Contador that stays with him. Froome still with that high cadence tempo. As you look behind him, you see Contador. TJ's holding up well as well. Woods is still there as well. Two from Orica Scott still very much in the frame. It's not over by a long way, even though we've got a short distance to go. Now they round this, it's going to speed up, pace up as the incline eases to 8.7%, and it looks like we're going to get ourselves a sprint, and it's now. Chris Froome goes for it. Now who's going to stay with him? And the answer is nobody by the looks of things. Contador tries to stay there, and Froome is digging in for glory here. He's going to get the stage win that he's been looking for. He's been here before, don't forget, 2 years ago, and it was a situation such as this. And in fact, Tom Dumoulin got back at him, and Chavez is doing exactly that at the moment. Is he going to manage to wind him in? Froome's going to hold him off, I believe. The red jersey, the leader's jersey, is going to get a stage win here by the looks of things. But the gap's closing. Woods also involved here. There's a little turn still to take, and it's not over yet. Chavez goes for it. He's digging in with 300 metres to go. There's others that want to get involved here as well. TJ's going for it. There are others too. Chris Froome's got to realise that he's got company right now with 200 metres to go. Is Chavez going to catch him at the line?
Yes, Chavez looks like he's the one. He's just got back. He's in the slipstream at the moment, just taking a little bit of recovery. Chris Froome goes again. Has Chavez got to take him in this final 100 metres?
Well, he's been here before. We mentioned he's out of the saddle right now. He does not want to let this go from his grasp, like he did against Dumoulin on exactly the same incline previously 2 years ago, and it looks like he may well just carry it this time by. Chris Froome is digging in. He wants glory. He wants a stage win, and he has got it. Look at what that means to him, and it's by a margin as well. The clock's ticking on just about everybody else behind him. Chavez comes home, Woods bravely as well, Kelderman likewise, Zakarin across the line, Contador here right now. Oh my goodness, what a day. Aru comes home right now, TJ's home too. What a day of racing, and what an imposition of sheer will, determination and power have we just seen by the leader of this race, who enhances that margin. Bonuses notwithstanding, no wonder Chris Froome is smiling.